Good morning, beloveds. Let me adjust. Oh, we'll just do this. Oof. Okay. I'll cut most of that window out. There's a cat tower in front of the window, and so the cats have been messing with the curtain. They like to look out the windows too. All right, it is December 19th. Our title is Having Received Light, I Pass It On to Others. The quote is, "Oh, send out thy light and thy truth," and that is Psalm 43:3. "The light of truth is within me, and I release it in every thought and feeling. This light of God has always been in me, yet only lately have I realized what it was. I now know that it is the divine using me as a center of perfect operation. I know that it is the truth which I have sought and now found. I know that it is my highest self and that I am right here in my present circumstances. I am it right here in my present circumstances. God in me at this moment illuminates my whole consciousness, and I am free of all untruth. Alerted to the light, I give this light to others. Every word I speak is a light unto humanity. Every thought I think is a treatment to all whom I know. The light of truth cannot be dimmed. I cannot see it, I may not see some of it. I may not see it some of the time, but it remains within me, awaiting my recognition. This light is the light of my world. As I look out at my environment, I am looking through the eyes of light. I see all things clearly, easily, and normally. Through my eyes, the light of God flows out, and healing appears everywhere. I see only the good, the true, and the eternal. I see God in every being and love in every heart. Others see this light in me and rise to new heights of accomplishment. They see truth made manifest, the one mind releasing itself. By their sight of God in me, they are healed, physically, mentally, and financially. There is a radiance that shines from me, for God's healing light is the true light of my soul. There is no dark corners in my thinking. Memories of the past, actions of the present, and hopes of the future are all exposed to this light and are cleansed. The wrong is erased and the right is amplified. I let my light shine to bless and benefit my neighbor, for it is God's light shining through me. Releasing the light, I am immersed in lights, and the true perception is mine. I see God everywhere. I see God in everyone I meet. I see God in the little and the great. Omnipresence is manifested in me. Having received the light, I now pass it on to others." All right, and this reading proved that it's very important to watch for the small words as well as the big ones, because leaving out that "it" in that one sentence completely changed the meaning of the sentence. So it's very important that we do that carefully. And then that other one, again, I left out a small word and it changed the meaning of the sentence. And that's one of the challenges of translating sacred literature. It really is. Because when we translate sacred literature, if we leave a small word out, it completely changes what the sentence means. There's an old joke about, and it's a Catholic joke, and it's talking about priests translating the Bible and recopying and recopying and recopying, and then there was one place where a priest went back because what they were copying from had gotten too old, and so he went back to the original and looked at it, and you hear this scream from the seller, because what they had been translating as celibate was actually celebrate, a change of a letter. So it is important to be very careful when you're reading, when you're translating, to make sure that you're seeing all those words. If a sentence doesn't make sense to you, go back and reread it. It's possible you left out an it, because it made a big difference here. But having received light, I pass it on to others. All right. We are a channel. We are a channel for an inexhaustible source of light. And I liked in there that he said, though I may not, because that was the other line, I may not see it some of the time, but it remains within me, awaiting my recognition. So we are always channeling that light, whether we recognize it or not. And that is how, if we are being our true, authentic self, then we are a healing presence to the world. We don't have to do anything other than be our own true, authentic self to be a healing presence. Because when we are our authentic self, then we give people around us permission to be their authentic self. There's a meme that comes up frequently that says, let your weirdo light shine so that other weirdos can find you. And another one is it runs off the boring people. So, and that's what this is talking about. It's like when you let your light shine, when you let that authentic, divine creation of God, of spirit that you are, shine. When you let that light out and you are your authentic, beloved child of God, then other people, one, can take a deep breath because they don't have to hide who they are around you. They can be their authentic self. And if you are in situations where you can't be your full true self, you know how hard that is. You know how much energy that takes to hide who you are. And so when you're around somebody who's their authentic self and you give them permission for them to be their authentic self, everybody can take a deep breath, be who they are, and then they have more energy for everything else. Right there. And you don't have to do anything other than be your authentic self. And that's one of the things that I think is super important for people to know. Because you hear this, oh, well, you're a blessing and you're a healing, and you think, oh God, I don't have the energy for that. Well, you don't have to have the energy for that. All you have to do is be yourself. By being your authentic, beloved child of God, of yourself, you give other people permission to do that. And then they have more energy. And think, just that little bit of energy that they get from not having to hide who they are around you, how much more that they can accomplish. That's it. That's it. God isn't asking you to fix the world. God isn't asking you to save the world. God is asking you to be exactly who you are. And then together, we'll fix the world. You don't have to be the lone savior. Just be yourself. All right, so having received the light, I pass it on to others. And then again, the Psalm 43, oh, send out thy light and thy truth. The good thing about Bible quotes is they can be interesting by themselves, but go and look that one up and read a few lines before and a few lines after and see what Psalm 43 is about. It may give you more. So the light of truth is within me, and I release it in every thought and feeling. Now that is the purpose of spiritual practice, because as we practice, then so we will be. And so if we want to release that truth in every thought and every feeling, we got to be conscious. We got to know what thought. It's like, what's the trend of your thoughts? Don't worry about the bumps. Worry about the trend. This light of God has always been in me, yet only lately have I realized what it was. I now know that it is the divine using me as a center of perfect operation. So we have carried this light always. And now that we're aware of this light, we are aware of the power of this light, this power flowing through us, this power that makes the world beautiful. Now we know what it is. We are a center of whole operation, of being our whole authentic selves. I know that it is the truth, which I have sought and now found. And where did we find it? By looking within. I know that it is my highest self and that I am right here in my present, I am it. I am it. There, see, I keep leaving the it out. And that changes the meaning of the sentence. I know that it is my highest self. It's God's idea of me. And that I am it. I am spirit right here in my present circumstances, which means I have the power to affect my present circumstances. God in me at this moment illuminates my whole consciousness, and I am free of all untruths. God in me illuminates my whole consciousness. I have access to all of God all of the time. Now, I am small, and I cannot access all of God at one time, but I have access to all of God all of the time, which means any little bit of God that I need, I can access. Alerted to the light, I give this light to others. Once you recognize the light within yourself, you cannot hide it. There's the quote about the bushel basket. It's like, once you've discovered the light, you're not going to hide it under a bushel basket. You're going to shine it. Every word I speak is a light unto humanity. Well, maybe not, but that is a conscious effort to make my words kind, to make my words compassionate, to make my words loving. And in that way, I am a light. I think, every thought I think is a treatment to all whom I know. And that's what Jesse is talking about when you let people move through your head without harming them. When people come into your mind, do you think well of them or do you think not negatively about them? And that's one way that you can do that, is like when people pop into your head, let your first thought be kind. It doesn't mean you have to let them into your life, but it does mean you can let your first thought be kind. The light of truth cannot be dimmed. I may not see it some of the time, but it remains within me awaiting my recognition. And that right there, that's hope. That's hope. Just because things have gone sideways around me and I'm not seeing the truth, it doesn't mean it's not there. It just means that maybe I need to take a breath. Maybe it means I need to take a nap. Maybe it means I need a good night's sleep. It's merely awaiting my recognition. So what have I got to do so that I can see that light? This light is the light of my world. As I look out at my environment, I am looking through the eyes of light. And that's the goal. We talk about rose-colored glasses. Well, maybe what we need are spirit-centered glasses. So as we look out at our environment, we are looking through the eyes of light. We are looking through the eyes of spirit. I see all things clearly, easily, and normally. Through my eyes, the light of God flows out and healing appears everywhere. I see only the good, the true, and the eternal. I see God in every being and love in every heart. That's an ask. But it's an ask that God makes every day. It's an ask that Spirit makes every day. To look with the eyes of love. Others see this light in me and rise to new heights of accomplishment. When others see your light, they look at you and they go, I want that. How do I get that? And they can't take it away from you. So then they have to figure out, and sometimes they'll come to you and ask, and sometimes they'll just go, well, if she can do it, I can do it. That was the whole purpose behind the Running Rev. It's like, if I can do this, anybody can do this. So, and I don't have to do anything other than keep doing what I'm doing. And I've lost my place. They see truth made manifest, the one mind releasing itself. By their sight of God in me, they are healed physically, mentally, and financially. They don't have to be anything other than who they are around me. Therefore, they have that much more energy to go and do. I don't have to do anything other than let my weird light shine. There is a radiance that shines from me, for God's healing light is the true light of my soul. Okay? God's healing light is the true light of every soul. It is the true light of your soul. You are a healing presence to the world when you are acting as yourself. There are no dark corners in my thinking. Memories of the past, actions of the present, and hopes of the future are all exposed to this light and are cleansed. The wrong is erased and the right is amplified. We want to keep the lessons of the past, but not the guilt. So let the wrong be erased and amplify what you did right and focus on that. We all make mistakes. It happens. Changed behavior is the best apology. I let my light shine to bless and benefit for my neighbor, for it is God's light shining through me. It's not my light. It is a light coming through me. It is a light that I make use of, but it's not my light. It is coming from an inexhaustible source. So of course I wanted to benefit my neighbor. Because the more of it that I channel through me, the more of it that I have access to. Releasing the light, I am immersed in the light, and true perceptions are mine. That's what I'm talking about. Releasing the light. The more light I channel, the more I'm immersed in it. I am surrounded by it. I am healed by it. Why wouldn't I want to do more? I see God everywhere. I see God in everyone I meet. I see God in the little and the great. Omnipresence is manifested to me. Having received the light, I now pass it on to others. That's the mission. Really, honestly, that's the mission. That's the mission every day. But the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to receive the light. To receive the light. To recognize that healing presence within ourselves, and to recognize that healing presence through ourselves. To recognize that when we are authentic children of God, when we are beloved children of God, when we are who we truly are, then we are a healing presence to the world. And it doesn't require anything of us other than to be who we truly are. All right, beloveds, I am going to move into the process of my day. But as always, I'm going to encourage you to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. Be it a big thing, be it a small thing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I encourage 3 deep breaths, and that is a kind, loving, and compassionate thing for yourself. It actually does, when you take those 3 deep breaths, it activates the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve is one of the ones that can help calm you down. And the calmer you are, the better your environment is, and the better the people in your environment are. So surprisingly, the loving, kind, compassionate things that you do for yourself benefit everybody around you. Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why I encourage you to do it every day. Every day. Because I want it to be a habit. I want it to be your first response. I want it to become a default setting. I want it to become a trend. So that when bumps happen, you have something to fall back on for yourself and for the others around you. All right, beloveds. I also encourage you to engage your mind and your body. Unless this is a day of rest, feel free. We should always rest. That is what Sunday is for. Everybody has a sacred day. On the 7th day, God rested. So whatever your 7th day is, if it's Sunday, then great. Rest. Please do that. Go get that early morning sunshine. It's pretty nippy out there, so, maybe bundle up. All you need is on your face. Get that early morning sun. Reset your hormones. Feel good. Drink plenty of water. If it is hot chocolate now, then hey, great for. We'll enjoy the cool weather while it lasts for like 2-3 days. But hydrate. And whatever else you do, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you. Always. Always. Oh, so have a great day, an amazing day, a Sunday, a rest day, a productive day, a restful day, a loving day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, an enchanting day, a good day. And if that's too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough, just as you are. All right, beloveds, take care of yourself. We'll see you at 11 for an amazing service, either in person or online. We're not giving up the online anytime soon. And then Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you, and I will be back with you at 9 a.m. I know we're moving into the Christmas week, so I look forward to seeing where this book's going for the next, week or so. All right, beloveds, take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Know that you're loved.